Hey guys, Sunstreaker was here. Welcome back to another Thursday live stream where, yes, talking everything Transformers Earth Wars as always. Welcome to the stream, guys. Apologies for the late start. Couple of issues. My mic's playing up. It's going really loud. I tried sorting it, tried a few things, but obviously it was a bit hard to do it without testing it. So I'm going to have to sort it right now. So apologies. And then we'll look. 1 second, guys. Right, hopefully that sorted it. If it's too loud, then let me know. Excuse me. Also, like I said, it wasn't my fault, sort of. So we're trying to get it so that when the content creators post their content, it goes straight to Discord and advertise it rather than us having to post it in the Discord. So Callum set that up, but didn't quite work. So I was trying to sort that out with Callum, and then I noticed my mic wasn't quite working. So apologies, guys. But this week, there's not a load of things going on behind the scenes. If I'm honest with you, the combat has not changed since we last spoke about it. That's pretty much done. The artwork's not in yet, so there's nothing much changed. A few stat changes, but that's about it. Nowhere in terms of the buff content, nothing's changed because Dale's still on a holiday, so that's 2 weeks of not being really changed. There's something going on behind the scenes, but that is about it. We don't even know what it is. We'll talk a bit about that later, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at, really. Someone said it's a bit loud, so I've took it down a bit. Let's just try this a minute. There we go. I think that should be better. Excuse me. See, you know, remember I said I was bad with my chest, remember a while ago? I'm still bad with it even now. Even now. It's months afterwards. Excuse me, guys. Oh. Okay. RL first, as always. So, Jacob's last day of his trial is tomorrow. We find out on Saturday whether he's got in or not. So that's going to be interesting. He's done quite well. I think he's been noticed. They got to notice very quick. I think that was. True story, believe it or not. I know it doesn't look like I am, but I was very quick as a kid. And so, yeah, I think they have noticed him. But, yeah, only time will tell. We'll find out on Saturday. So that'll be interesting. Obviously, happy Independence Day to all my American viewers. As we call it, Thursday. We're here. I know it's a huge celebration in America, but honestly, like it's nothing. I mean, I was whining to Americans up saying, like, you know, we've been in that many wars by now that we're like, just one more war we're in. But I know it's a big day for you guys over there, so I hope you're all obviously celebrating with your families and having a good time and enjoying it. What else? Oh, I've actually been promoted. In the game, not in work, sadly. Within the game to our Tier 2 Alliance. So we're hoping to get some good matchups, hoping to cause some upsets. We've got a really good team together now. We've sort of rebalanced the teams and a lot of good players in our Alliance now. And yeah, it's going to be really good to upset some big teams, I think. Got a good team. And, oh yeah, sorry. Traxxas said, it's tomorrow. Come on. Yeah. Like I said, it's a big deal for you, but yeah. Not so big a deal for us. Let me know in the chat, though. Did you guys buy that amazing bundle last week? If you didn't, you missed out. Honestly, absolutely amazing bundle. And, yeah, I bought the 2 in the cyber store. I bought the 2 in-game. And I think, I mean, I'll show you. What I actually got in a second, but it was absolutely unbelievable, honestly, and it's helped me a lot get through some batches. But yeah, I think with the 2 original bundles I got, was it 11,000 shards? Was it 9,000 shards? 9,500 shards, I think it was. Yeah, so I got like, I think it was 19,000 shards in total. I had some already. I had like 25 already or something, so I had a shed load of shards by the end of that. It was amazing, honestly. All London's calling, said he faces the other day. What alliance is that? Let us know. Yeah. Highly classified to put you use Google Play points on the bundle. Good idea. Good idea. And Sharks just bought the last Meta Maker bundle right now, and I'm opening it while watching your stream. Good luck, buddy. Hope it does really well for you. I'm trying to put, yeah, you can still get them for like 10 more hours. So, yeah, go and check it out. Oh, Earth's Deadliest. London Calling's in. Ah, good to know. Well done. It was a good war, actually. Did some decent points. Well done. But yeah, I'd advise go get the bundles, guys. Like I said, it's not often that I will say go and spend. But honestly, the value of them bundles was crazy good. Crazy good. Let's say a few hellos. Now I've got some people in. I have mentioned a few people already, so apologies. But there's people asking some questions and stuff. And I know there's some crowns in there, and people are sort of getting crowns. I presume it's for how active you are in the chat. But please don't spam. I presume that's that. Anyway, I don't even know. If I'm honest with you, we'll wait and see. We'll see. Who knows? Top fans. Well, there you go. Says it all. But welcome obviously to Tracks. And thank you for being a member as well. Long-serving member. We've got Ricky Lar, we've got Predator King 19, we've got Varun, we've got Hardy Classified, got Carnage Mac 8, my buddy Kroto as well, good to see you. Kelter Prime Studio, how's it going? We've got E-Rods, we've got Blade 19, another of my members as well. Thank you for being a member. My buddy Grind Time, as always, good to see you. Number one fan, even though he's not got a crown. We've got, what else have we got? My buddy Crandy Man, good to see you. Kremzeeks, I know, yeah. Everyone loves Kremzeeks. Also, London's Calling, like I said. Who else? Jason Rowley as well. And we've got Razorhorn 74, my buddy Soldier as well, who's also a member. Good to see you in the chat as well, buddy. Go and check out Soldier's channel as always, guys. And I think that is everyone. If I missed anyone off, then let me know. Cool. Trying to see if I missed anyone out. Don't think so. I'll catch up with the chat as well. I think that is everyone. Oh, King Grimlock, my buddy as well. Good to see you as well. Cool. Right, let's get straight into the newsletter then. Let's have a look at this weekend's event. So there has been some problems with the newsletter. So apologies. Apologies about the static. I've tried everything to get to the bottom of it. I don't even know. It happens occasionally. I don't know what to do. Honestly, I've tried everything. I had a new mic at one point. I got a new phone at one point, and I've tried putting things in place and stuff like that. But I think long term, you need to think about something else really, because it's obviously not working. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. Mad. But yeah, so there was a bit of a problem. Yeah, it does fix itself. It comes in and then out. It is annoying. But anyway, moving on. So there is a bit of a problem with the newsletter. I actually had to hit Cal up and said, listen, have you got the newsletter? I've not had it. And he's like, yeah, we have tried sending it, but a bit of a problem. Not their end, but with the provider. So I know that some people have not got it yet. So it's not their fault, actually, guys. So apologies. But this weekend's event is called Scavenger Hunts. It's a individual totalizer just for 10,000 points, so nothing too crazy. And celebrate freedom! And win up to 25,000 premium shards, 50 premium combat chips, some alloys, some energon, and then we've got some firecracker crystals, or chests even, in red, white, blue, and yellow. So, as you can see, the red firecracker contains red crems, 5-star shards, and shaniks, and then some cores. They all contain cores, I think. Then the white one contains white crems, 4-star shards, cyber coins, 25% drop rate. That's pretty decent, actually. Because if you get in 10 the white firecracker ones, then you probably get 2 of each. You get 500 cyber coins. That's not bad. That's not bad, is it? Yeah, you get at least 2 of each. Then the blue ones, you've got some blue Kremzeeks, obviously. Some 5-star combat shards, 150 of them. Or some 10 premium combat chips. And then obviously a building core as well. And then we've got the yellow ones. But the yellow ones, obviously there's 30 of them. and the prizes are not as attractive. So it's either 5,000, 10,000, or 25,000 combat spark. Oh, spark, combined spark, or combat spark. So basically like the total spark crystals. But there is a 1% chance of a binary element. I know we do complain that it's a 1% chance. Now, when it's in crystals in the store, I'm a bit annoyed by that because it's sort of giving you a tease to buy. But when it's in an event, I don't mind it too much. It's a bit like a chance event, isn't it, really? But I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's giving some players a chance to get a binary element, and it gets them engaged with the game. It's a 1% chance, so it's not like a massive chance. And I'm with 30 crystals, so yeah, it's unlikely. But there's always a slim chance. Normal battle zones apply. It's not going to be mayhem mode because it's only a 10k individual event. And then there's going to be weekend bundles, obviously, with the red, white, blue, and yellow firecracker chests as well, if you want to get some more. And then they've done a collaboration with Rogue Zero, who's doing a fundraiser for a young boy who needs a kidney, I think it is, or a liver. I think it's kidney, actually, yeah. So, yeah, go and check that out, guys. There's a promotion code on the car. So, the promotion is Rogue Zero. So, if you go and use that in the web store, you'll get 20% off the highest item thing in your basket. Not 20% off everything. It's 20% off the highest item thing. So, it's still 20% off though. So, if you want to buy a bundle, you get at least 20% off, and it's for a good cause and supporting a good cause. So, very, very cool. Yeah, it's just said there, yeah, it's for an 8-year-old boy who's looking for a kidney donor. So, it's a good cause, guys. Go and check it out, and definitely obviously use a promo code as well. Saga Schedule, a bit disappointing really, to be honest with you, because we've literally got last week's event, we've got Independence Day, and then literally next week is to be confirmed. So, a bit of a downer really, that we're still getting to be confirmed. We've got the combat release, which says to be confirmed, which is a bit of a mad one. Then we've got 10k to be confirmed. Then we've got 5-star Titan event for 125,000 Fortress Maximus. Is it worth it? I'm not sure. And then we've got Alliance Totalizer to be confirmed, 500k. And then we've got something special. And this is the kind of annoying thing really, that we've got 3 to be confirms, a combat release to be confirmed points, and something special. So, I don't even know. I don't know what's happening. But something special is intriguing me. Hopefully it is something special. Maybe it's not. Who knows? Does that mean it's a leaderboard event or something? I mean, it doesn't say leaderboard. It says 1.5 million, 3.5 million for the 5-star. So, you never know. But, I don't know. Something special. What do you think, guys? What do you think that could be? Who knows? And then go and check out your content creators. Obviously, myself, Freezer, Soldier, and CF. Go and check their channels out, guys. Some cool art from Kill Rocks as well. And that is it, obviously, because they have sort of postponed indefinitely the Space Extremes. We'll just leave it there. Let's have a look. Didn't get to use that, so read it slowly. Is that slow enough? I hope so. Predator King's put there's also a free gift in the cyber store. Yes, there is. We'll talk about that in a minute. Quite amusing. Vic Ching, how's it going? Looking forward to Oasis? It's almost there, buddy. It's almost there. I've seen them putting all the fences up for the concert. What I think it's actually so interesting fact. The place where the Oasis concert's going to be is the same place where the Parklife Festival was just a few weeks ago. So I think they've kept everything up in preparation for the Oasis concert. But yeah. So I think is the first concert in Cardiff on Friday, I think, tomorrow. And then obviously the is it, I think? or not, maybe. I don't know, I can't remember now. But I know it's this week sometime, and then obviously next week's in Manchester, which I'm looking forward to, and then hopefully I might see Vic Ching at Heaton Park. Yeah, interesting. Another interesting as well is obviously Vic Ching gonna hopefully meet me at Heaton Park. I think a lot of people might have an opportunity to meet me again actually, because from what Dale's told me, the Earth Wars team has invited me to go to TF Nation in August. So if you are going to TF Nation in August and you were there on the Sunday, I believe, chances are you may well get to meet me in the flesh. So I think I'm just going there to promote the game, play the game a bit, promote the game, and I might do a bit of a vlog, I think. Should I do it live? Should I not? I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, it's going to be like early in the morning. It's going to be like 9, 8, 9, 10 o'clock my time, which is then like 2, 3, 4 in the morning for you guys, going through to like 10 a.m. for you guys in America. So yeah, it's gonna be very, very early. But yeah, interesting. Yeah, 10th of August, Vic Ching. Yeah, 10th of August. So if you are planning on going, then oh, and Callum's in the chat. So yeah, you may well see me there. I say may well because Dale said he's going to invite me, but then Dale said this before and let me down. That's all I'm going to say. Ramsey put, hey, what's up? Was it a good war last night? Yeah, but you're on my team, so yeah. Do you mean good war as in my performance was good, or we had a good war, or do you mean fighting me was a good war? um, but yeah, it was a good war. Scored 300. It's good to be back in the higher flight again. Don't ask Trax what he scored. We're at 300. But yeah, it was a good war. Yeah. And Trax, yes, it is in Birmingham, England. Yes, it is. Yeah, I know it's 40 quid a ticket, but I might not be paying £40 a ticket. Trax is put Granta. Here we go. He gets a 300 and we won't at the end of it. Listen, I've got 300 in a row now, so I've got a 100% record. And I've actually got a 100% record in Asylum, so we'll look at that way. No, I will be talking about that actually a bit, because I've changed my war team a bit and it's working really well. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I've been trying something out with my new team. It's working really, really well. I'm going to talk a bit about that as well. Yeah. Predicate 19s, but where's the newsletter? It has been sent out, but I have some problems, like I said, but I've gone through it, so yeah. Shotgun, what's changed? I'll go through it. Don't worry. Tracks, because he was experimenting. No, but joking aside, no, but I'm not having a dig at all by means. You know what? I'm actually going to be brutally honest with you. Like, Trax, honestly, is amazing at backdoors. The stuff that does with backdoors, I'm like, wow, like, unbelievable. I look at some bases and go, you can't backdoor that. Not a chance. And then he goes and does that. And he's got it down to a T. But on the flip side of that, I'm thinking really good at walking. And he's sort of struggling a bit. So, yeah, listen, I'm always willing to help people, especially when I'm members, especially an Alliance member as well. So we're having a bit of a chat last night as such. But yeah, just needs to work on his war team, and just a bit of a like thing for everyone else. Listen, you need to have different attacks in your arsenal. You need to have different things. If you only walk, then there's going to be some bases that you're going to struggle against a bit. Depends on what your team is, but again, we'll talk a bit about that later on. But if you can slush and you can backdoor and you can walk, yeah, listen, you're going to beat in most bases. So yeah. But yes, I am in on Asylum now. Yeah, Asylum for the win. We're going to take over tier 2. Candyman's put where's Cyclone? I know, but I know. Dale's been on holiday, so sadly, not many changes have happened. So yeah. Yeah. Asylum's going to be the new Psy. I wouldn't quite go that far. But, yeah. We're going to take the number one spot, the number one tier 2 spot. That's the idea. Yes. And Nemesis, we're talking about you. So Nemesis beat Asylum. And so our idea, we're going to take it back again. 25% of us are old side players. I hope you include me in that. So yeah. But is that a good thing for all old side players? It means that we're not side players because we're not good enough. Rams, don't think Shani will let that happen. Don't even think Shani's got a choice. Don't even think that. Don't even think. You leave Shani to me. Leave Shani to me. I'll have a word with Shani. I'll say, hey. Okay, cool. Let's get into the game and then we can cover some content. Oops, hang on. There we go. There we go. Is that it? Cool. So this is the free deal. Happy 4th of July. I've just claimed it just as we were going live. The funny thing is, though, this is what it looks like. So I haven't got a clue what it is. But if we press use crystal now, let's have a look. What did we get? Is that it? Nothing. I don't think I got anything. It was same as the week. I picked something. I picked something for free, and I pressed it and got nothing. I was in inventory. Is that it? Oh right, yeah. Huh? Well, that's pretty cool. That was alright. I mean, I'd have to rewind it back to see what we got. But yeah, some shards, some coins. How many coins did they give me then? I'm sure he gave me 150 coins times 2. Oh no, there's a glitch where it comes up twice, isn't it? Yeah, so there's 150 coins, 150 shards, and some combats back. Okay, this is a bit of a glitch. It shows it twice. It's only one of each. Okay, cool. Yeah, Kroto's just saying he's left Nem. Hopefully he'll be in Asylum soon. Come on over, brother. I'll put in a good word for you. Oh, he's joined AOC and going to go. Yeah, well, it's fair. I had to do that. When I decided to come back up again, we were sort of talking where I should be, and I was like, no, listen, get me into AOC, and I'll work my way up. And it's what 3 months, I think. I've got my way back up again, so you know, it happens. But yeah, I have noticed your channel, Proto. Go and check it out, guys. There's a lot of war stuff, very war focused, so go and check it out. Pick a side. But yeah, I've said it many times. Listen, it's hard to build a channel. It really is. It takes a lot of commitment, and that's why you've seen so many content creators come and go over the years. It's not quick results. It takes a lot of time, and you've got to be patient with it. You've got to keep uploading constantly. You've got to keep having good ideas and try and find a niche. And yeah, you know, when I started doing this, there was no one doing what I do. And that was the idea. Now I think if you find a few people sort of doing the things that I do, and that's not a dig by any means. I'm just saying that, you know, I found a bit of a niche. You know, and you need to find that. I think before me, it was mainly just war. It was just wars, or it was crystal openings. That was kind of it. That's all you had covering Earth Wars, really. And yeah, I did a bit of both of them. Yeah, obviously touch upon it. You need to. It's a big part of the game. But yeah, and then obviously, Engineer Hoy's covered the newsletter. But yeah, that was it really. Yeah, and I sort of like took all of them, put it into one channel, and then done tips and tricks and whatever else as well. So you're sending it all in. So yeah, cool. So as we spoke about last week, first thing off, what I want to do is, if we can find it now. No, it's not that. Ah, there. Cool. So, as we sort of said last week, I wanted to go through the Primes survey and give you my ideas on what I think the Primes should be and how they should act in the game. It's going to be quite difficult not to just put them in there and have them as another bot. Dead simple. But we'll go through the survey and I can sort of tell you my ideas. So, what comes to mind when you think of the Primes and the Transformers universe? And you can probably see where I'm going with this. Something unique and powerful. I think we can agree on that. Yeah, I think so. If you could introduce a brand new class of character to Earth Wars, what would set them apart from regular bots, combiners, or Titans? Interesting. Well, this sort of ties in with my idea. So, I'm trying to think. I do just come up with it now and then go through the survey, or do the survey and come up with it at the end. So basically, my idea is that you have your set 8 bots, and that's that. And I've always said that for me, there's not enough uniqueness in the game. Everyone sort of follows that meta and follows that that one war team because sadly you have everything focused on wars or events. And generally, bots that are good for events are good for wars. But you don't really have people doing raid teams, low level players, and I don't mean to be off when I say that. But low level players really go for raid teams, but there's not a massive advantage of having a raid team, really, for top players. And that's where kind of like you don't need to use multiple teams. But I think the game needs to find some way to make people use more bots without forcing people to use more bots, if that makes sense. I know some people sort of suggested having wars, and when you use one bot once and you can't use it again. But I think that's kind of elitist. You're kind of forcing people into leveling bots that are actually at a decent level in the game and then can't all of a sudden. I don't think that's right. But I think that you should reward people maybe for using different bots. Or just dead simple, as I said before, just bring out some new game modes that need other bots. And I actually don't mind some of the game modes. It's the rewards that you get from those game modes that's the problem. So if I could introduce a brand new class, I wouldn't say support because we have that, but I think support needs adding. I think support and scout needs adding anyway, but the primes should be a class of their own and used to power up your squad in some way. Quite vague, but yes, true. If you could design a new prime character for Earth Wars, what would they do in battle? Oh, I don't know. Some kind of power up. I don't know. Somehow, I don't know. What kind of synergy would you expect from your existing squad? Well, yeah, synergies really. Yeah, simple sort of synergies. Maybe fire bots or electric bots or acid maybe, and have each of the primes give them some sort of element or some sort of boost in some way. Synergy. Have the primes boost certain classes, elements. Yeah. Titans combiners. Something like that. Adding a prime character to your battle loadout should have more impact than having a combiner. No, less impact than a combiner. Less than a Titan. Oh, you can't. Oh, what? More impact using a battle booster, definitely. But you can't select these. It should be bigger than a Titan and a Combiner, but why can you not select more on the battle booster for a fact? Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Submit. Done. So yeah, I really hope that they bring primes out and it means something in the game. They brought too many things out in the past where I feel like combiners were massively successful. It's something people like, something to chase, and it made a difference in the game and is still relevant today. And it's something that people really, really enjoy in the game. In terms of Titans, I feel like they weren't balanced right. I feel like they still aren't balanced right. We'll talk a bit about them later as well. And I just feel like they were kind of bystander, really. And the Titan tech tree didn't work at all. So I feel like Titans haven't worked completely. I feel like BBE items were quite underwhelming. It's just a new resource, basically, to level up your combats. I think Ability 11 was the same. I think G1s were interesting. They added a new element. But you can sort of see that there's been nothing really groundbreaking that's really worth chasing. Even ranks just increased DPS, HP, and ability damage. Yes, they power up your bots, but nothing innovative. That's the big word. Nothing innovative yet impactful. And I think that's what primes need to be. They need something that does that. If that is primes that does that, that's something that they need to look at. But we will all know, obviously, in time. Obviously, there's a new toy line coming out. And so it should be intriguing. My only worry as well is that we've actually got some primes already. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. We're going to have 2 Solar Primes, maybe? Don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But let me know your ideas in the chat. How do you see primes working? How do you see them supporting your bots in some way? And how powerful should they be? Let me know in the chat. Volcanicus is like, we need more we need more G1 characters. I know, but the problem is, I've always said that if they bring them all out at the start, then, you know, if we do that, then they're all gone. And Trax, yes, I did have hair one time. G's put the game is starting to get stale. Need them game updates soon. I agree. I do. Cuddy Fox has put they should separate the classes into range special and melee special. Definitely. The special class needs completely taken apart. They need to make the special class into range, like I said, melee special, range special, scouts. Definitely. Maybe even another one. Maybe something like, I don't know. Maybe another class as well. Separating them all out. Yeah. Definitely do. Sea Tactics as well. Welcome to the stream, buddy, and go and check out his channel as always. Says totally agree about the team structure. No need for a war team or a raid team. And he's put, did you read my survey responses? I did recommend bringing back scouts and add support class. Yeah. Groto said I said the same thing about the 9 squad slot. Yeah, I don't think we need 9 bots, but we can add a squad slot for something, I think. King Grimlock's put another survey where they steer results. I know they are quite poor. Dread81's put, yeah, I do love combiners, despite them having to nerf them and stuff. Yeah, everyone loves a combiner. Sky Voltus put, anyone know when we get the Beach Deluge nerf? Probably a month or 2. There's still some things to go over when Dale comes back. And me personally, I want to go through it all before it actually goes live. I want to go and check everything because I think there's some bots have been balanced that need balancing again. Some bots that have been balanced very slightly need a massive change. I think maybe a couple have been nerfed and maybe need to be brought of the way a bit. So interesting. But yeah, I see a tactics support they're not completely done yet. So track support nailed it, special class, yeah. Oh, Dale's in the chat. Oh. It's put loving the break, ready and recharge my return to push for the balance patch release. Hope you will. Speak soon. Yeah, cool. Good to see you, Dale. Thanks for joining. Dread wants put, was you way behind the chat? You missed my train question. Where is it? Apologies. Where is it? I've got right up. Where is it? Where? What train question? Put it again in the chat. I can't find it. I can't see any train question unless it's been taken out or something. I don't know. Yeah, I can't see it. Cuddy Fox has put, we do have a Medic Prime. Who's a Medic Prime? Medic Prime? Medic Prime? What do you mean by that? So I think Quintus Prime would be the perfect Medic Prime. Maybe. I'm not too up on the Primes, I'm honest with you, so you might know better than me. King Grimlast put, I don't think you know how hard it's a live stream. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, did it once put, how bad are the trains in the UK? I could drop up to you. No, the trains are alright. To be fair, they're not too bad. Yeah, the trains are okay. Yeah, they're cheap enough as well. They're quite cheap, yeah. If you're around Manchester way, then let me know. If it's during the week, then chances are, yeah. But if it's weekend, then I tend to work, obviously, weekends, being in a bar. Or you can even come to my bar. Yeah, I'll gladly tell you where it is. I'm sort of wondering where this train question is, because honestly, I can't even see it. I've not even got it on my screen, which is weird. Yeah, it's not on my screen. That's really weird. Apologies, buddy. Honestly, it's not even on the screen. It's not even there. It's not even in the chat. With them having cryo in place of water, will that also be ice moves too? That is actually on today's list as well. So yeah. Cool. Okay. So first off, so my war team. So this is generally my war team. This spot here changes in between 6-gun, smoke screen, and warpath, all depending on the base type. But I'm going to tell you how my bots work, their job within the team, because yes, you can look at someone and go, well, he's used for that and he's used for that, but maybe not. Maybe I use these slightly different than you might. I might teach something new and go, oh, that's interesting. Who knows? So, pipes, my general setup of pipes is with Quintus and Solus, because you do lose pipes sometimes if you're not careful, run out of points. So I do like to have Solus on him, and that is going to be the next combat weapon that I upgrade to 11, just because it's so good at combat, it's hard not to. Then I have Quintus on him. I just like those sharks that get pumped out. And I like also towards the end of the battle, if you're having a bit of a problem, you can rush them into an area. And then when you're taking out a few defenses, then the sharks can go and help you do that and distract them as well. So I do like Quintus on pipes. Yes, for the HP rather than DPS. I'm not a fan of seeing Quintus on gunners. I know that some people have Quintus on tracks, things like that. I'm not a fan. I like them there not to do damage, because I feel like they get killed quite easily anyway with a low HP. I have them 4 HP. So if your critter sharks come with 20% of your health and your pipes has 50k health, then it's 10k there or thereabouts per Sharkticon. That's a lot of HP to distract those defenses. So really good setup for pipes. Next is Beachcomber. I know people say to me, why take Beachcomber on offense? It's crazy. I keep him set up the same on defense as offense with Jazzy and with his G1 core. And I think that even after his nerf, I'll probably keep him in the team. It depends on his survivability. But the reason that I like him in the team is that he reflects so much damage back. plain and simple. And I don't just mean defenses, I mean for when you're fighting the outpost bots, when you're fighting combiners, and even if your Titan does lose in battle, having Beachcomber in position as one of the forward bots, if possible, actually can kill the Titan as well. He's got amazing survivability and just hardly ever dies. And if he does get a bit low on health or whatever, then you can just use the ability. And honestly, I think he's really, really good on offense. And the more I use him, the more and more I'm liking him on offense. A lot of times he's one of the last bots standard, even when I get in trouble. So really, really good. Next is Rook. We're going to go through shortly about why Rook's come back into my team again. I did take him out for quite a while, but he's found his way back in for a certain particular base type and a certain particular reason that you will see shortly. And these base types we're seeing more and more and more now, and so that's why I'm finding that Rook is more and more and more in my team. I also didn't have my Cronus in my team for quite a while, and so I needed to get my Cronus in there just for that bit of extra healing. So having my Cronus back in my team has helped a lot. Having Jazzy in there, blocking damage, giving him extra HP as well, is just amazing. Then we've got Blue Streak. So Blue Streak is set up with Volatile Mixture and with Nightstick. So the reason that he's got Volatile Mixture on is plain and simple that I'm trying to get him to do the most damage possible. So I generally use him to take out low HP structures at the bottom of the base, to take out build bots, or to reduce the HP of the shield gen and MDS area. Because it's so versatile in terms of what he can sort of take out, you tend to find that with his first shot, I'll take out a build bot. And you tend to find that build bots come in range a lot sooner than the shield gen does. If not, if I find that the build bots at the back of the base and Blue Streak can't reach them, that's where I put in Warpath or I put in Smoke Screen, depending on how far back they are. It all depends on the base type, like I said, but we'll go through that shortly. And then Nightstick, just to obviously try and keep him alive and obviously do that acid damage against Beachcomber. Then we got Leo Prime, dead simple, standard setup with his G1 core to increase that amount of ability damage, and that won't change after his nerf, I don't think. I still think he'll be decent enough, just not burn it down as quick. And then obviously SP Optimus Prime, as I did the ratings video last week, one of the best minion combats in the game. So really, really good to boost your DPS and just to get you through bases quickly. Next up, Wheeljack. We have him set up with his G1 and with Rung. I do like to set up my healers, one with Rung and one with CL. So one obviously does reflection, one just does a shield. But both in tandem obviously protect your bots for not a lot of damage. And then you can't go through a war without Alpha Trion. Honestly, it baffles me whenever I see people showing war teams without Alpha Trion. Baffles me. It's worth about 20 extra points per battle. So you'd be mad not to take it. Honestly, I think that Alpha Trion is the core you have to fit in your team without question. Probably followed by my probably followed by Quintus. Quintus after Alpha Trion. But Alpha Trion for me the most important core you have to get in your team. And it just suits being on a healer because they don't have to have a core as such. And lastly is the sort of interchangeable spot. So if you've got build bots that are right at the back of the map, and I mean right at the back, but there are plenty of points available at the front of the base, then I will generally use Warpath for that, especially if I can take out 2 build bots with one hit. If the build bot is next to a shield generator, then I will generally use Warpath. Sometimes you can hit a build bot that's next to the shield generator with Warpath twice, and it won't kill it if it gets hit with my Cronus just before you hit it with the Velocity Shell. So it's a good idea if you are taking Warpath to take a White Kremzeek for the first shot. Don't forget, you get a White Kremzeek or Glass Gas on the second shot anyway after the first shot. But obviously the first shot just does its normal damage, which is 4460. So a good idea is to put a White Krem down, use Warpath and use them again. You don't have to, but just aware it that if you get the timing wrong, you might have to use a third go with Warpath, and then it gets really expensive. You know, 5 plus 2 means 5, 7, 9. That's 21 ability points used. So it's just a really good idea to use a White Kremzeek just in case. It just takes that bit of unpredictability out of the equation if you do that. And as I said, sometimes I put 6 gun in, so my setup with 6 gun is with the Cosmic Rust Blaster and Volatile Mixture. Again, Cosmic Rust Blaster just helps with that fire acid. I like 6 gun against high HP outpost bots, so against the top wars. But again, it all depends on what the priority is. If the build bots are right at the back of the map, then I probably can't afford to take out 6 gun. Take 6 gun in my team as well, and so it depends on the base layout. If I can take down the build bots, the fire build bots, mostly because I use Leo Prime to clear an area. If I can take that out with Blue Streak and my Titan, then I tend to find that I can take 6 gun and take out the bots really quickly with 6 gun and do a lot of damage. So yeah, I love 6 gun to take out some good outpost bots. And then we've got Smokescreen. And we've got Smokescreen with his G1 and Peacemaker. I absolutely adore Peacemaker on Smokescreen on front-loaded bases. I was explaining this in my war chat yesterday. So he's really good when you're coming up a front-loaded base and you want to take out the fire build bots. I did a video on this a while back, which should be coming out, I think, this week, about taking out front-loaded bases. So you're dropping right at the bottom of the map and you're taking out the build bots. And that was in place before Peacemaker ever made it into the game, really. But what Peacemaker does is, as a little added bonus, is with these front-loaded bases, most of the time, you'll have the spider mines at the front of the base. And so Peacemaker obviously hacks 2 enemies. And the closest one is usually a spider mine. And so it's just great to hack that spider mine, and that spider mine does extra damage for you as well. So, really like Peacemaker. I'm actually considering putting the 4-star Peacemaker on Blue Streak as well. Because when I use Blue Streak and Smokescreen sort of take out a build bot and do damage to the shield gen before I even start my attack, then I'm debating, obviously, like I said, using 2 4-star and 5-star Peacemaker. I'd be interested. Now, listen, the fact it hacks every 45 seconds, that's not very good. I don't like that. It's 45 seconds. It's pretty rubbish. But the point is that as soon as you drop the bot, it does hack 2 targets straight away. That's the bonus bit that I like. After that, the fact that it hacks is irrelevant. But yeah, Peacemaker is really, really good. So, like I said, it all depends on the base layout. If the build bots are right at the back of the map, and even Smokescreen can't get to them, then I'll use Warpath. If they're not quite at the back of the map, I'll tend to use Smokescreen. If the build bots are at the front of the map, then I'll try and use 6 gun. So, and it also depends on how many build bots there is. If there's 1 fire build bot, I'll probably take 6 gun. If you want to see you have to do some extra damage against the outpost bots. If there's 2, I might take 6 gun. I might take Smokescreen. I won't take Warpath though. If there's 3, I'm definitely taking Smokescreen rather than 6 gun. If there's 3 and one of those build bots are against the shield gen, I'm definitely taking Warpath. So it all depends on which base it is, design for that last 1 slot. But that's how I sort of run my war team as a walk team. I'm just walking through bases. So yeah, let me know if you use any of these bots in your war team, and let me know how you use them. Do them different than me, different setups. Let me know, and I can maybe try them out. And in a minute, I'll show you actually how I use these bots as well. It's a good idea. Ramses bot, that's how I run pipes. Also, Wazza. both my accounts. I do an apology, Rams. I'm going to let you know. I'm actually going to go against your base in a minute because I was looking through some decent bases of people I know in our alliance, and your base just fits the prescription. So I'm not going to show them how to beat it per se, but I'm going to show you sort of like how I path anyway. But I'll show that. Cool. What else? DJ15, what do I have on Optimal Optimus? He's not set up for walls, but I have on just Enerax right now, and I've got nothing on him really right now because I did have him in war team with my Chronoton, but took him out for Rook. But I'd probably put his his bot specific core. I've got it in Gmail. I think I have. No, I haven't. There you go. That's why. That's why. I'd probably put his disc on him. Yeah, golden disc. I'd probably put that. I can't believe I got it actually. Wow, madness. King Grimlock, Jazzy on Rook. Interesting. Never used Rook that way. It's just keep him alive basically because it also takes a lot of damage. So yeah, I just got Jazzy on Rook just to keep him alive. Cuddy Fox has put for me. I use Leo first and bots like Blue Streak clean up the mess. I'll still do that after the nerf. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say this. When you haven't got as many, I find that in lower leagues you find there's not as many fire cores, so Leo Prime to be used. But in higher leagues, they put them right at the back of the map, and they sort of hide them, sort of make them hard to take out. Rams has put Kunai would be the best for Wheeljack. Adding that extra attack speed helps out your DPS. Good to know. Might try that. Yeah, King Grimlock's put I expected Kunai and Wheeljack with base 2. With 2 healers to get more DPS. Inferno was usually by trading for a second healer. Interesting. Trans has put he ain't lying about Alpha Trion. He called me mad for not running it. Oh, Quintus. I do think you're mad for not running them, honestly. I would never go war without them, ever. John Downey has asked, has anyone else seen very little CL come up when you get combat chips? Interesting. I don't know. I'll have a look in a minute. Rams, or you could drop Wheeljack, use Alpha Trion and my Cronus on Smokey. There's second healer, but more DPS. I know I've tried that with Sandstorm, because Sandstorm does a crazy amount of healing, but it's ability points. But I don't know. King Grom, that's put, don't sleep in the rocket on the rockets from Peacemaker either. Yeah, very, very good. Again, I don't like my Cronus on gunners either. I'm not a fan of it. I like my Cronus on my front tanks. I think if you keep them alive, they'll keep your gunners alive. That's kind of my sort of ethos in a way. I'm not saying anyone's wrong by doing that. I just don't like it personally. Not a fan. Rams put with Smoke, you can use Smokey and Titans, the 3-star to take down the SG. You can use 4-star and 5-star, but they hit exactly the same. Yeah, I generally use Titan Beam with Blue Streak and maybe a boost to take it out. Supreme Rules have put, I don't have the range effect to the gunner with Peacemaker. Fair enough. Cuddy Fox has put, I will need to change my Alpha Trion core. I have it really on the wrong bot. It's on Nose Cone. Loved him when they first released his improvement. Stephen Gomez put, wasn't Peacemaker designed for better results with gears? Yeah, he was, but was it him? I don't know. Maybe. Big Ching's put, do you think we have enough good bots to make one fire war team, one toxic, one electric, one tank, and one hack team? Yeah, so yeah. I'd say fire, toxic, electric, and hack. Is there enough? You'll struggle. I think you struggle. I really do. Interesting. I think you can get thereabouts. I think you struggle with I don't know actually. I can think of every single one as like 4 good bots. But then after that, you sort of start to struggle a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting theory, though. DJ15 has put, thanks, just got him. I was wondering what was best core and minicon to put on him. I'm pretty sure that I've done a load of sort of best builds for a lot of the top bots, so go and check them out. Obviously, I got a bit criticised for smokescreen using primer and I don't know, using primer and glitch. But I still think it worked quite well, especially in Outpost. Really did, honestly. Like, and even some people messaged me something like, "I can't believe you used smokescreen in Outpost." I'm like, why? Sat so far back, just sniping, picking off bots. If you don't realize he's doing it, he will literally kill half your team. Honestly, like I think that smokescreen on defense, if in fact, I think smokescreen on defense as it could be as important as twin twist, because twin twist is easily countered. So is smokescreen. But if you don't, because if you don't counter twin twist, it'll take out half your team. And same for smokescreen. If you don't see him sort of sniping at your bots while you're battling combiners and stuff, then you're in big trouble, honestly. Pretty King 19 has bought, how about buffing Ultra Magnus? He's the next legacy bot after Powerglide. Next one. Stephen Gomez has gone buff the whole. Oh, it reminds me actually. I need to do something actually. I need to do something. There was something. I remember this. Hang on a second. That reminds me. I wanted to do something. Welcome to the welcome. Big Ching. Welcome. And welcome. There you go. Whether you like it or not. Yeah, I always thought to myself, when you've been a long supporting member of the channel, then we'll look at making you guys mods. So there you go. Mods everywhere. There we go, guys. You're welcome. Okay, what was next up? Let's have a look. Go back onto the thing again. There we go. Cool. So yeah, wanted to sort of show you how I sort of work my war team against these pesky bases. So like I said, going to use Ram's base. I was looking through a few bases, obviously try and grind times, what's different design. But you'll see what I mean by design. So we'll tend to find these designs a lot. So you've got the bottom section, which is a lot resource heavy. I mean, Ram's got a couple of mortars down here, which you don't generally see. But you will generally find definitely spider mines, definitely a couple of turrets, and maybe a couple of cannons, and definitely Quintus Claw somewhere down below. And the idea is that this bottom section will slow you down. The Quintus Sharks will slow you down. You'll find it hard to get through. Then once you do get through, some bots will walk up, some bots will get stuck, some bots will walk round, and just causes chaos with your healers. Your healers will run through and get killed, and absolute chaos. So there's an interesting way to get around this. There's actually two bots, and one of the bots I've not even mentioned yet. I've kept it as a bit of surprise for this. So we're going to battle Ram's base. I'm not going to go in hard mode. I'm just going to show you. Okay, now the placement of the bots is really important. So I like to place pipes higher up, and the reason for that is that pipes I put the highest because the Quintus Sharks will help get through that quickly. And if you think pipes is going to walk off somewhere, you can rush him across and get him back in line and stop him running away. So we're going to put pipes up there further. Then we're going to put Beachcomber further down here. We're going to put Rook a bit further up as well. And then we're going to put everyone else behind. Now, I'm just going to slow this down a minute. So the reason that I've put Beachcomber lower than Rook is I want Rook to walk up here as high as possible. I normally actually put them a slightly bit higher. So you should normally have Pipes, Rook, and Beachcomber all in a line with your gunners behind. So we're going to use one Leo Prime at the bottom. And like I said, and the idea is I want to path these bots upwards. That's okay. So Pipes is walking across. You see there's Rook. So we're trying to get Rook high up. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put Rook up high up here and pop these outposts. But what I want to do is I want to try and get as far left as possible. If I put it up there now, half these bots are going to walk up and half of them are going to, well, one or two of them are going to get stuck trying to kill the rest of these defenses. So I want to pop it when most of the defenses are gone. So you see they're walking across. I want to attract them upwards, but not yet. So I think we'll get rid of this one more defense. Timing it right. And now I'm going to let him walk upwards. And like I said, because pop the outpost, and now all his defenses are down. And this is where I would normally drop my combiner, where I would normally try and avoid the outpost abilities, the combiner abilities, things like that. Can I sort of keep them alive here? I don't know. I think I'm going to die the healers, I think. Oh, we've done a miracle. See, I've not even looked at the build box, anything like that. I'm just simply showing you the pattern and the way that I use Rook. So after that, the bots might walk up the middle, they might walk round, but I think once you've sort of beaten the outpost bots, it's not as important. But that's why Rook's so important on my team. But Rook's not always viable, because as you can see with those types of bases, the walls still become a problem. And I've got an interesting solution for that. And that interesting solution is sludge. I've actually been starting to put sludge back in my war team again with these types of bases where the walls are causing problems. So I like shield run on him because it stops a lot of the damage. Obviously, shield run having health compared to what sludge has, and having high HP, having 40k, so level 65, just means that shield run lasts that bit longer as well. So we're going to use sludge the same way. So I'm going to do hard mode to make sure I've got like the HP of the walls, things like that, to show it is viable. So with most of these bases, what you find is the walls are in close proximity, and the idea is that they want some bots to walk through and some bots to walk round. You want to try and clear that out. And we're going to do exactly the same again. We're going to drop pipes quite high, Beachcomber there, and sludge in the middle. Everyone else behind. It's exactly the same again. Leo Prime across the bottom. Let's get rid of all of them. Make sure that Pipe's walking across. Yeah, he is. You can see there, Sludge has gone upwards. And we're at 40 points now, so we can literally use Sludge there. Take that out. Clears that. Can use sludge there. Still got 9 points left. And you can see there that when all them walls are causing such problems for our bots, where we're worried about pathing and thinking, oh my god, where are bots going to go? All of a sudden now, they're all going where they should be going, apart from sludge. But honestly, that sludge has done his bit now. I mean, other than dragging my healers away, he's done his job. You get the idea, though. I actually use his ability a bit too early, really. But you get the idea. But, honestly, I'm finding sludge taking out them sort of wall sections. And you can even see on my base that I've got some clustered wall sections. It just opens it up and makes it none of a worry anymore. So, I know I'm a bit knackered to tack up a bit and sort of made him walk off. But you can literally see there, you can just try to combine if needs be. I think to combine it. But you see the point of it is that these walls that are close by causing these problems are no longer a problem. So honestly, if you're struggling with pathing in these bases with walls, go and put sludge in. Maybe put Quintus on him to help him keep alive. Put a decent combat on him. But yeah, honestly, a really viable option. And considering someone said in the chat, I didn't like him for quite a while. He doesn't have that sort of survivability that other bots do have. But in terms of these walls now that are causing lots of problems with pathing, he's absolute king. So give it a go, guys. Don't write him off. Go give him a go in your war teams and hopefully they can help you path a bit better. What are we talking about a minute? Oh, let's talk about Amalgam's Prime, I think. Yeah, any bot that transforms for quite a while. Yeah. Breaking 19 has put Sludge is definitely not OP. And Trax has put Sludge is Medaron's signature move. Many have mixed results with him. Yanis says he's OP. Yeah, honestly, I think he's yeah, the fact he eliminates pathing problems. He also says OP. I think he has good utility though. I think he's me and Jacob always talk about football players go like, oh, on this and like, oh, who's the most underrated, who's the most overrated. I think Sludge is a bit of a sleeping giant in terms of top walls. If you can keep him alive, he is OP. The problem is keeping him alive. That's the problem. But I don't mind that. I don't mind a bot where, you know, I don't mind a bot that brings a fault but is really, really good if you can eliminate that fault somehow in game with skill. So, yeah, really, really good. Trax put Solus on the Sludge and that will keep him alive. Why is that? Why does Solus keep him alive? It's an interesting concept. Supreme Rose has put, do you like Sludge's G1 core? I can't remember what it does, honestly. What's this do? Let's have a look. Mostly damage to walls, surely. Just Sludge. Oh, interesting. Good to know. I'll buy. I'll probably do that and then buff it up. Will increase health, increase wall damage. Is it the same as a wall buster? Let's have a look. As long as it kills walls, doesn't matter. I'll give it a test actually. Let's have a look. Look at Gordon Dis there. What's he on about? Damage boost 56%. 56%. Oh, interesting. Good point. I think I'll do that. I'll level that up. Thank you. My next job. Yeah, if it's the same as what I think I remember actually doing this G1 core. I forgot all about it, honestly, because I don't use them that much. I remember balancing this and saying it has to do the same as a wall buster. If it does less, it's not as good. It needs to do whatever core you would normally have on the bot and a bit more. And this is why we talk about G1s. And I said, you know, whatever G1. So, for example, I'm trying to think of another bot. Does it have a G1 that we use a certain core and it has a standard? But whatever it may be, it's got to do that and more. That's generally what people will use it for anyway. So why not? So yeah. Cool. Let's go on the test server. Look at something there quick. Could if Fox put there's some G1 cores that are better than standard cores? Yeah, definitely. Oh, you mean appointment? Right, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. Solus Hammer. Gotcha. Yeah. I thought you meant Solus Prime core. I was like, what's it about? Yeah, I just used his ability at the wrong time. That's all it was. Because don't forget, when you use the ability, he transforms and stops still. So when I did that, then he stopped walking and just made him keep behind a bit. So, yeah. Again, like I said, you've got to use it at the right point. You've got to use it when you're at the end of the defenses. And then sort of use it behind you in a way. Same as we did with Rook. You've got to use it sort of back on yourself a bit. What's this? One strike. Interesting. Is this a new combat? What's going on? What the hell? Yeah, skip all this. Don't have a clue. I don't have a clue what's going on. Stephen Gomez, would Sludge's G1 be a better core? Yeah, than Wallbuster, yeah. Because it's the same and more. So yeah. It's a lot of resources though. So if you haven't got a lot of resources, then it's worth it in the long run. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, cool. So obviously there was a bit of conversation a few weeks back where we were talking about the elimination of water cores and water cores being replaced with cryo cores. So we're going to look at cryo cores today. So this is the anti-cryo zone. So you're going to find that all the bots that had stun are going to disable, and a lot of the bots that had sort of slowdowns, things like that, is going to be cryo damage. So the anti-cryo zone, it's still got the sort of water emblem for the time being. I don't think that'll change, but it's going to be gain 100% cryo damage resistance and grant nearby buildings 56% cryo damage resistance and immunity to attack and move speed negative effects. So any bot that you use which will slow down or speed up, including hacks, I believe, it won't speed or slow down. So I've always said that there's going to be a bit of meta change towards bots like this, especially when the likes of Streetwise comes out. I think it's going to be, again, a bit of a sleeping giant, a very good bot. And I just think that Cryo is going to do a decent job against that. But is it going to be as prevalent as anti-fire cores because of Leo Prime? Who knows? It all depends on how much Leo Prime is still used after the balance changes. But I know right now people look at that and go anti-cryo zone, but what are the sort of bots that are going to be doing cryo? So again, if we look at the likes of Brainstorm, for example, so that's going to be a cryo fusion bomb. And as we spoke about earlier, Brainstorm is going to get a bit of a buff in terms of cost. And so I can see Brainstorm really coming back into the meta again. But it's good that he has a counter. Then when we look at Streetwise, because he has cryo effects, reducing attack speed and increasing movement speed, things like that, is going to counter that as well. So the good news is that if you already have the water cores in game, they are going to be replaced with the anti-cryo cores automatically. You don't have to do anything. So if you've got a level 20 water core on your account, when this goes live, probably around the same time as all the buffs go live, you will get a level 20 anti-cryo zone core instead. It will literally just switch over seamlessly. And so when this new meta comes out and you've got the anti-water cores, you're already prepared. So it's probably a good idea that if you're saving your build bot PG metals for when this comes out. You don't need to. Go and pull them now. Go and try and get the water cores so that when this does come out, you've actually got them. Now, I think that a lot of top players are going to think that people won't have too many of these and maybe start using cryo bots as a new meta, especially seen as the likes of Optimal Optimus and the likes of Leo Prime and get a bit of a nerve. It's going to be interesting to see where the meta shifts and to what bots. And as always, top players will always try and use the most effective means necessary. So time will tell if cryo will be the next meta, but be prepared for it. Get your water cores, and then you are well prepared. Interesting though. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think there'll be a slow down, speed up meta coming soon? Do you think it's a good counter? Or do you think it's a bit of a wasted element? Let me know what you guys think. Sorry, your newest fan got on my keyboard. Had something to say. Newest fan? Who's that? Goody Fox's bot. I love the reason why we do not see Slash's bot mode in the game while she's in a fight. Why is that? What's the reason? I don't know. King Poseidon, any updates on HQ19? No. But as always, go and check out my videos. They will say a lot. I have covered some things that I think will happen. I'm pretty sure will happen. But there's nothing set in stone yet and nothing guaranteed. And Blade 19's but I already have 2 water domes close fully maxed. Sound. Cool. So something I wanted to show you guys. So I actually did it. I actually started using my 5-star shards. I thought, right, and literally this is what I'm left with. This is my only pulls I'm missing now. Windblade, RC Perceptor, and Sensis and Rotorstorm. And that is the only bots I am missing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bots. And I finally got all the 5 stars that are out currently. And I can actually pull probably about all 5 of them right now if I wanted to. I cashed all my 4 stars and my dupes in, things like that. But we're not there yet. But I'm going to start actually ranking bots. I know I called a lot of people going like, why are you ranking bots? It's stupid. But when you're at this point where you've got all the bots and you don't need 5-star shards for anything else. I've already got the 5-star Titan, so I don't need it for to go to the event, really. I don't need to save my 5-star shards for when that comes out. I can literally, you know, use them for ranks and stuff because there's nothing else to really use them for. So I can't get it at that point. Let's have a look at the bots that I've pulled. So I'm going to talk about my next project in a minute because that's part of the next subject. But yeah, obviously, like I mentioned, that we've been leveling Overlord. So next big event, that's the idea, to level him up. Looks like a decent utility bot. Definitely want to level Retgar. He's another healer. It's good for my just general teams. Intrigued by Heist. Intrigued by Metal Hawk. Had some good reports. Probably upgrade Ironhide as well. Just have another warrior because I've got Slug, I've got Pipes, so having another Russian, I've got Nose Cone as well. So having another Russian warrior, just a good idea. And again, not for wars, just for when I'm sort of creating Zone 16 or Prime Core teams, Prime Zone teams. So yeah. Jack just posted a picture of his cat watching my stream. But yeah, I've got some serious bots to level. I mean, I think from here below, I think all these are level 60 and below, I think around here. So all these are the ones I've got to level. I'm not a big fan of Grapple. I know Trax is, don't know why. Not a big fan of Grapple, but yeah, there's some of these bots that I definitely want to level. Cuddy Fox says, with cryo replacing water, that means we can see the only Maximal Penguin come to the game one day? Break? Maximal Penguin? Do not sleep on Grapple. Whenever they fix him, he'll be awesome. He's getting a nerf. He's actually getting a nerf. I know. I laughed as well. Oh, great. Mr. Steeler, welcome to the stream. 20 years too late, but I made it. So, okay. Why are they nerfing Grapple? Because they said that is it G1 core that drops a mine every few seconds is OP. It's basically his ability being used for free. Oh, claim now. Oh, got some more goodies. I'll go to the store. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, you got me. You got me. Yeah, Grapple is getting nerfed, like I said, the G1, but you need to buff it in other ways. Yeah, Trax has put every 10 second drops in mine, but it's really not that powerful or special. I'm not even sure it works right. Yeah, it's just underwhelming. That's definitely the word for it, underwhelming. But they see it as OP. For some reason. I wouldn't use Grapple as he is now in the game, put it that way. So, definitely not that OP. Cool. Okay, so there's one bot that people are maybe sleeping on that I feel that when these balance changes come, is going to be a huge part of the meta. Maybe on defense, maybe on offense. And this might surprise you who this is. It's sort of a throwback. And that bot is actually Chromia. As you can see, I've given her ability 10 already in preparation. And again, over the next few weeks, months, I'm literally going to be leveling Chromia up to a decent level. Yes, for an outpost. Yes, for on attack. And there's a particular reason for this, which I'll have to show you in the test server. So apologies, guys. I'll just close test server down. And I need it. So let's look at Chromia as she is right now. Don't forget this is subject to change. Let's look at her right now. So deploying EMP Shock Tower with 130% of your health. So it'll have like 40k HP and 100% of your damage. So it'll cause 630 DPS per second. Every 4 seconds it disables all nearby enemies for 3 seconds and inflicts electric damage. Now, at that point there, I don't think it's as good as the old Shock Tower in terms of locking bots down. But let's carry on. After 30 seconds, or upon destruction, so don't forget it's got 40,000 health, it'll still die fairly quickly. But after 30 seconds, or upon destruction, so probably on destruction, it explodes, dealing 3.5 times more damage. So about 2k damage in area, but which again is not that bad. But then, enemies hit by the explosion take 60% DPS and ability damage for 15 seconds. 60% extra damage. That is ridiculously good. And I can see that being used on offense and on defense. Don't forget, glass gas as a standard is 40% across the whole of the game. 60% is kind of unheard of. So 60% extra DPS and ability for 15 seconds. I mean, when you look at the likes of Inferno, I mean, we can talk about defense, but I'm talking about offense also. When you look at Inferno, even Inferno does 50%. And when Inferno came out as a 5-star and got given 50%. We sort of said, that's a bit OP, 50% for 10 seconds. And I kind of agreed at the time and said, that's a bit OP. But 6% DPS and ability damage, 15 seconds. I think it's going to be absolutely immense. I really do, guys. Even on attack, can you imagine putting that down around some outpost bots? Beachcomber, even less of a problem now. Put it around the shield gen, even less of a problem. I honestly think that the range needs to be careful of it. But honestly, I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. I think Chromium is going to be one of the have to have bots at the top level of the game for this, for that 60%. And yeah, I'm excited to see maybe a new bot coming into the meta. And we could be sat here talking about how good Chromium is, being one of the best bots in the game. Come over 6 months, doing our next ratings video when these changes go live. So it's going to be interesting, but what I would say is don't sleep on her. Start leveling her now. If you've got her as a good, decent chance of a pull or a guaranteed pull, maybe go and take that chance and pull her and go and see how she does. So yeah, looking forward to the balance changes. Looking forward to some new bots coming into the meta. And looking forward to Chromia being good on defense and offense yet again. What do you guys think? Looking forward to it? No. Goody Fox, but I'm not a fan of Inferno. He needs a defense boost or something on him to be effective. No, I think he's balanced well. He gives an incredible boost, 50% extra damage. But I get that he himself is quite a worry. And it's still similar to Sludge. I think the ability, what they give, the support they give is quite OP. Yeah. But then themselves aren't. So I like that. I don't mind it. So Traxxas put, so you drop the shock tower at the cluster, and then it goes boom, use blue streak or smoke and take everything out. Yeah, pretty much. But obviously blue streak's changing, don't forget as well. So smoke screens, it's not gas. But yeah, you get the idea, yeah. And Traxxas put, I thought about finally pulling Skylinks and leveling in with his new stuff coming out. New stuff coming out? What do you mean, new stuff coming out? I've not heard about a Skylink buff. Not as such. I think that's some slight tweaks. Yeah. Jason Rowley's put, hopefully I can get a buff when Optimus gets his trailer. And huge thank you, obviously, for to Steven Gomez for continuing being a member. Oh, thank you, buddy. Oh, Tracks to put all the balance shifts equal new stuff. I don't think Skylink's getting much though, is he? I don't think, yeah. Berserk's put good change. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good change. That's what I mean. Like everyone's saying about Leo Prime and Optimus and Beachcomber going, oh my god, you're going to ruin the game. But there are some little nuggets of bots in there, like this, where you're like, that could be really good. There's a few bots that are brainstorm as well, maybe. And that's the aim. We want to bring some more bots in, and that's my aim as well. There's some bots out there where I'm like, that guy needs a good buff. That guy needs a bit more, and that's what I'm going to try and push Dale for, to make some other bots relevant. And we might push them a bit too far, and it might go the other way on the next balance change. There might be some other bots, but it's good to freshen it up and try different things and experiment a bit. Just keeps you interested. Cuddy Fox put, I use Skylinks and is the only 5-star you have maxed. Interesting. Cool. Let me know how would you use them. Choose them on the cluster. Do you use them to take out other clustered defenses? It's not the bot. It's not the ability I don't like with Skylinks. It's the pathing. It's the, I don't know, the sludging around. Not sludging around, because that's more sludge, I suppose. But the sort of, like, you know, there's, you get what I mean. Just a bit of, you know, I don't know. He tends to run off on his own. That's the problem. Goody Fox spot. If you're using sludge, then you can see about getting dust up a buff. So Dale is sadly concentrating on all the 5-stars first, because most of the 4-stars will get a buff when they become 5-stars. That is the idea. So those 4-stars that don't have a 5-star version probably won't get a buff yet. Yeah. But yeah, they will in time. But then most of the 5-star bots, then yeah, they will. because obviously they need to because keep people up. Because 5-star bots are end game content, aren't they? Let's be honest. So yeah, cool. Well, sadly, guys, that is it for this week's stream. I know it's kind of a bit of a shorter one, but like I said, there's not much to show in player tests, sadly, and not much news in terms of new bots. So hopefully, when Dale's back next week, we'll have some more changes for bots. We'll have some more info on maybe the new bot and what's happening in the Saga, and some juicy info maybe about the Titan event as well. There is some rumours about what's it going to be in the price of Metro as well, but I won't talk about that. We'll talk about it next week when I've got some concrete news, because I've heard about it but not seen it myself. So I won't take it as gospel yet. But big thank you for everyone for joining in. Big thank you to my members for being members. Thank you to my members that are now mods. So once you've been a member for quite a while, I will gladly make you a mod. And thanks for joining right at the end, Brad. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to go and check out your other content creators as well, guys. Go and check out CF Soldier and Freezer Smacks, obviously. And I missed anyone there? No, I think. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week, and peace out.